Did you know that certain vitamins you consume every day could in fact be weakening your legs? Many seniors use vitamins and supplements to remain strong, believing they are making the right choice for their health. But what if some of those exact same supplements are quietly stealing your leg strength, balance, and mobility? Weak legs don't simply make walking more difficult. They heighten your risk of falls, injuries, and losing your independence. If you've been facing unexplained muscle weakness, cramps, or trouble rising from a chair, your vitamins could be contributing to the issue. Let's examine 5 common supplements that might be damaging your legs more closely, and what you ought to do instead. 1. Calcium supplements, the unexpected risk to your muscles. For decades, we've been informed that calcium serves as the foundation of strong bones. Doctors, advertisements, and even well-intentioned friends have echoed this message repeatedly. Take your calcium or your bones will deteriorate. It's a conviction so deeply embedded in senior health that many never pause to wonder if it could actually be causing more harm than benefit. But the reality is that excessive calcium, particularly from supplements, can subtly weaken your muscles and undermine your leg strength. At first, the impacts are mild. You might sense your legs feeling a bit heavier than normal when ascending stairs. Perhaps you encounter occasional cramps in your calves during the night. You attribute it to aging, dehydration, or simply a tiring day on your feet. But gradually, something more harmful is occurring below the surface. Calcium has a vital role in muscle contraction, but it doesn't operate independently. Your body requires a precise balance of minerals, particularly magnesium, to ensure that your muscles contract and relax correctly. The issue with calcium supplements is that they frequently shift this balance unfavorably. When you ingest too much calcium without sufficient magnesium, your muscles can turn stiff, sluggish, and susceptible to cramps. Instead of feeling solid and stable on your feet, you might discover yourself having difficulty standing from a chair or experiencing unexpected fatigue after brief walks. But the risks don't end there. Excess calcium can also lead to arterial calcification, a state where calcium accumulates in your blood vessels, limiting circulation. This results in your leg muscles not receiving the oxygen and nutrients they require, causing chronic tiredness and weakness. If you've ever sensed that your legs just won't cooperate or that they fatigue too rapidly, poor circulation might be the concealed cause. And astonishingly, research indicates that many seniors are over-supplementing with calcium, even when their diets already supply enough. So, what should you do instead? First, don't presume you need a calcium supplement merely because you're aging. Many seniors obtain ample calcium through their diet. Dairy products, leafy greens, almonds, and fortified foods serve as abundant natural sources. If you're worried about bone health, emphasize a more balanced method, ensuring you're also obtaining sufficient magnesium, vitamin D, and vitamin K2, all of which assist calcium in performing its role without injuring your muscles. Before grabbing another calcium tablet, ask yourself, is this genuinely aiding me in staying strong, or could it be weakening my legs? A straightforward change in how you acquire your nutrients could represent the difference between dealing with leg weakness and walking with assurance. But calcium isn't the sole supplement with concealed dangers. Another frequent nutrient that many seniors consume daily could be quietly sapping your energy and leaving your muscles fatigued. And it's one you might not anticipate. 2. Iron supplements, a hidden cause of muscle fatigue. For many seniors, iron supplements appear like an essential component of maintaining health. After all, iron is vital for transporting oxygen through the blood, and low iron levels can result in fatigue, dizziness, and weakness. It's simple to think that taking additional iron will enhance your energy and keep your body operating at its peak. But what if, rather than strengthening you, iron supplements were actually depleting your energy and weakening your legs? The truth is that most seniors don't require extra iron, and consuming too much can bring severe repercussions, especially regarding muscle function. Unlike younger adults, older individuals are much less likely to lack iron, and yet many persist in taking iron supplements due to habit or obsolete guidance. What they fail to recognize is that excess iron doesn't merely pass through the body without harm. Instead, it builds up, accumulating in tissues and organs, including the muscles. Over time, this accumulation can interfere with normal muscle function, resulting in chronic fatigue, weakness, and even pain. One of the primary concerns with excessive iron intake is its effect on oxidative stress. Iron is a highly reactive mineral, and when there's an abundance, it can produce free radicals, unstable molecules that harm cells, including muscle fibers. This oxidative harm causes inflammation, making it tougher for muscles to recuperate after activity. If you've ever felt like your legs simply won't recover following a basic walk, or that they ache without clear reason, excess iron could be quietly adding to the problem. Beyond muscle fatigue, iron overload can also hinder magnesium absorption, similar to how excess calcium does. Magnesium is crucial for muscle relaxation and appropriate nerve function. Without enough of it, muscles can grow stiff, sore, and prone to cramping. You might discover yourself awakening in the middle of the night with painful leg cramps or sensing a persistent heaviness in your legs throughout the day. These are not merely indications of aging. They are possible signs that your iron levels are too elevated. The positive aspect is that unless your doctor has explicitly diagnosed you with iron deficiency, you likely don't need an iron supplement whatsoever. Many seniors already acquire plenty of iron from their diet, especially if they consume foods like lean meats, spinach, beans, and fortified cereals. More significantly, excess iron is much more hazardous than mild iron deficiency, as the body has no natural mechanism to remove large quantities of stored iron. Instead of using supplements, a more effective approach is to concentrate on improving iron absorption by combining iron-rich foods with vitamin C sources, such as citrus fruits or bell peppers. This guarantees you receive just the appropriate amount of iron without the danger of excess buildup. Before reaching for an iron pill, consider this. Are you genuinely low on iron? Or is your fatigue originating from something else? Many seniors attribute tiredness to iron deficiency, when, in truth, another supplement may be the hidden culprit. In fact, the next vitamin on this list is one that's broadly thought to bolster overall health, but in excess, it could be quietly undermining your balance, coordination, and leg strength. 3. Vitamin E, a surprising threat to leg strength. For years, vitamin E has been celebrated as an essential nutrient for heart health, brain function, and even youthful skin. Many seniors consume it daily, convinced it helps shield against aging-related decline. But what if this so-called miracle vitamin is actually quietly depriving you of your leg strength, making you more unsteady and raising your risk of falls? The issue with vitamin E isn't that it's inherently harmful. Your body does require some for proper operation. However, excessive vitamin E, particularly from supplements, can upset the delicate balance your muscles and nervous system depend on to keep you stable and strong. The risk isn't instantly evident, but over time, too much vitamin E can result in subtle, yet grave consequences that many seniors confuse for the natural impacts of aging. One of the major problems with high doses of vitamin E is its interference with vitamin K. While vitamin E is frequently taken for its antioxidant qualities, it can offset the effects of vitamin K, which has a critical role in blood clotting and muscle health. When vitamin K levels are disturbed, muscles may not get the proper blood flow and nutrient supply necessary to remain strong. This can cause increased muscle weakness, difficulty sustaining balance, and even a greater chance of bruising from minor impacts. If you've observed your legs feeling unusually weak, or if small trips and stumbles have grown more common, excess vitamin E could be one of the hidden reasons. But the dangers don't conclude there. Vitamin E is also recognized for its blood-thinning properties. While mild blood thinning can be advantageous for heart health, too much can lead to excessive bleeding, dizziness, and lightheadedness, symptoms that directly influence your ability to stand and move with confidence. Have you ever experienced an unexplained sense of unsteadiness when rising from bed, or a sudden weakness in your legs after standing? That uneasy sensation might not be a circulation problem or just one of those days. It could be your body struggling beneath the effects of too much vitamin E. Studies have demonstrated that seniors taking high-dose vitamin E supplements may actually elevate their risk of falls. The irony is that many consume it to preserve good health, but without realizing it, they may be preparing themselves for the exact problems they aim to evade. Instead of assisting your muscles in staying strong, an overabundance of vitamin E can subtly erode the foundation of your mobility. The solution isn't to shun vitamin E completely. It's to obtain it from natural food sources instead of supplements. Nuts, seeds, and leafy greens supply just the right quantity of vitamin E without the risks associated with synthetic high-dose supplements. Your body understands how to regulate vitamin E from food, but with pills, it's easy to exceed without recognizing the consequences until they appear in the form of leg weakness and imbalance. Before consuming another vitamin E capsule, ask yourself, is this really safeguarding my health, or is it quietly weakening my strength and stability? The next vitamin on this list is even more astonishing, one that's essential for bone and muscle health, yet when taken in excess can lead to stiffness, cramping, and unexpected leg weakness that makes every step feel more difficult than it should. 4. Vitamin D in excess, the double-edged sword for muscle health. Vitamin D is frequently praised as one of the most vital nutrients for aging gracefully. It fortifies bones, bolsters immune function, and has a crucial role in keeping muscles strong. Because of its numerous benefits, doctors often suggest vitamin D supplements, and many seniors take them daily without hesitation. But what occurs when you consume too much? What if the very vitamin intended to support your muscles is actually weakening your legs, causing cramping and draining your energy? The problem with vitamin D isn't its necessity. Your body certainly needs it. But like many aspects of life, more isn't always superior. Excessive vitamin D can cause a buildup of calcium in your bloodstream, a condition called hypercalcemia. While calcium is vital for bone strength, when there's too much circulating in your blood instead of being channeled into your bones, it can result in muscle stiffness, cramps, and even prolonged muscle weakness. If your legs have been feeling tight, achy, or heavy recently and you're uncertain why, it could be an indication that your vitamin D intake is too high. Many seniors take vitamin D supplements based on old recommendations, assuming that because they are aging, they must require large doses. But most people already obtain vitamin D from fortified foods, dairy products, and even moderate sun exposure. Adding high-dose supplements on top of this can swiftly push levels past what the body requires, leading to unintended side effects. Some seniors report feeling unusually fatigued or struggling with leg pain despite being otherwise healthy. These symptoms are often brushed off as part of aging, but they can signal that excessive vitamin D is disrupting muscle function. One of the lesser-known risks of high vitamin D intake is its dehydrating impact on muscle cells. When too much vitamin D is in the system, it prompts the body to absorb extra calcium, which can interfere with magnesium and potassium levels, two minerals essential for muscle relaxation and proper function. The outcome? Sudden muscle cramps, tightness, and an ongoing sense of weakness in the legs. If you've ever awakened in the middle of the night with a painful leg cramp or felt an inexplicable fatigue in your lower body after simple activities, you might be coping with an imbalance triggered by too much vitamin D. The good news is that averting these issues is straightforward. Rather than taking high-dose supplements without thought, it's best to have your vitamin D levels examined by your doctor before incorporating extra into your routine. Many seniors presume they need more, but in reality, their levels might already be adequate. A more balanced method is to acquire vitamin D naturally from sunlight and food sources like salmon, eggs, and fortified dairy products. These provide the vitamin in a manner your body can handle without the risk of overdose. Before reaching for another vitamin D capsule, ask yourself, are you providing your body what it truly requires? Or are you unknowingly preparing yourself for muscle stiffness, cramps, and fatigue? And if you think this is surprising, the next vitamin might astonish you even more, because it's one that many take for nerve health and energy, yet too much of it can quietly cause numbness, instability, and long-term muscle damage that makes walking feel more challenging than it should. 5. B6, pyridoxine, when too much causes nerve and muscle problems. Vitamin B6 is often linked with energy, brain health, and nerve function. Many seniors consume it with the conviction that it helps avert cognitive decline, supports metabolism, and keeps their nervous system robust. But what if the very vitamin you're depending on for better health is silently harming your nerves, weakening your muscles, and making every step feel heavier than before? Unlike some vitamins that the body can readily eliminate when consumed in excess, B6 builds up over time. While moderate amounts of B6 are vital for transforming food into energy and aiding nerve function, high doses can turn toxic, leading to a condition known as sensory neuropathy. This condition impacts the nerves responsible for muscle control, especially in the legs, resulting in numbness, tingling, and loss of coordination. Some seniors describe it as a sensation of walking on cushions or losing their capacity to sense where their feet are on the ground. These subtle shifts can rapidly lead to imbalance, unsteadiness, and an elevated risk of falls. The peril of excessive B6 intake isn't always instant. At first, the symptoms can be mild, an occasional tingling in the toes, a slight weakness in the legs after standing too long. But over time, as B6 levels keep accumulating, the damage intensifies. What begins as minor discomfort can evolve into ongoing weakness, difficulty walking, and a loss of independence. Many seniors enduring unexplained leg weakness are unaware that their daily B6 supplement could be the source of their struggles. The most alarming aspect is that many seniors are ingesting more B6 than they realize. It's frequently included in multivitamins, fortified cereals, protein shakes, and even energy drinks. Without awareness, you could be consuming multiple sources of B6 each day, driving your levels beyond what your body can safely manage. While the recommended daily intake is only 1.7 milligrams for seniors, some supplements contain 50 milligrams or even more per dose, far surpassing what the body needs and establishing the ideal conditions for nerve toxicity. The good news is that the solution is simple. Obtain B6 from natural food sources rather than supplements. Foods like bananas, poultry, fish, and potatoes include the appropriate amount of B6 in a form your body can easily control. If you're encountering any unexplained leg weakness, tingling, or difficulty maintaining balance, consider evaluating your supplement intake. A simple modification might create the difference between feeling sluggish and reclaiming the strength and stability you need to move confidently. Before taking another high-dose B6 supplement, ask yourself, is this really bolstering my energy and nerve health, or could it be adding to the very weakness I'm trying to avoid? The vitamins you consume should collaborate with your body, not oppose it. And now that we've revealed the hidden dangers of these common supplements, the next question is equally vital. What should you do instead to safeguard your leg strength, mobility, and independence as you age? Protect your leg strength by being smart about supplements. For many seniors, taking vitamins is an act of self-care, a method to combat the effects of aging and sustain strength and vitality. But as we've observed, not all supplements operate in our favor. Some, when taken in excess or without medical need, can quietly weaken muscles, disrupt nerve function, and heighten the risk of falls. The very pills you take to remain strong could be why your legs feel weaker, your steps feel less steady, and your energy drains faster than before. The issue isn't vitamins themselves, it's how they are often misused. The human body flourishes on balance. Every vitamin, every mineral plays a part, but no single one functions in isolation. When we overload on one, we can generate imbalances that result in unintended consequences. Calcium supplements, when taken unnecessarily, can deprive the muscles of magnesium and lead to stiffness and poor circulation. Excess iron can foster oxidative stress, inflaming muscles instead of fortifying them. Vitamin E in high doses can subtly meddle with the nervous system, making balance and coordination more challenging. Too much vitamin D can interrupt muscle function by causing cramping and fatigue, and high levels of B6 can quietly deteriorate nerve health, leading to numbness and instability. These problems don't occur overnight. They accumulate slowly, almost unnoticeably, until one day, rising from a chair demands more effort than it should. Ascending stairs feels heavier than before, and the simple act of moving through the day becomes more exhausting. What once felt like a normal part of life now feels like a challenge. The toughest part? Many seniors attribute these changes to aging itself, never realizing that the solution might be as straightforward as altering their supplement intake. So, what should you do? The first step is awareness. Examine the supplements you're taking more closely and ask yourself whether you truly need them. Are you taking them due to a diagnosed deficiency or just out of habit? Have you had your vitamin and mineral levels tested lately, or are you depending on outdated advice? The second step is to prioritize real food over synthetic pills. Vitamins from whole foods arrive in forms that the body knows how to process naturally, without the risk of overdosing or triggering harmful imbalances. Leafy greens, nuts, fish, dairy, eggs. These supply nutrients in the amounts that nature intended, supporting your muscles and nerves without the unintended side effects of excess supplementation. Finally, Remember that movement is just as crucial as nutrition. The optimal way to protect your leg strength is not solely through vitamins, but through remaining active, stretching, and participating in light strength exercises that keep your muscles involved and resilient. Supplements alone will not keep you strong, but smart choices paired with an active lifestyle can. Now that you know which supplements could be operating against you, the next step is to learn how to naturally restore your leg strength and sustain mobility for years ahead. There are simple, science-backed strategies that can assist in rebuilding muscle, enhancing balance, and keeping you moving confidently without depending on unnecessary pills. These lessons are intended to motivate you to live fully and authentically. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Take a moment to reflect and share one thing you've learned and plan to apply in your own life. Let's support each other on this journey toward embracing these truths. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a comment with 1. If not, feel free to comment with 0. Your feedback means a lot to us. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more content like this. Thank you for watching, and here's to living life on your own terms.